Alright guys, we're back with another one, and this is the Dell Chromebook 11. This is the ruggedized version of this Chromebook, and we're going to get right into it right now. Looking at it, regular 11.6 inch device with 4 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage, and this is ruggedized. So let's take a look. So this is like more like a dark gray material, but it has some grip. Doesn't feel too heavy, but it definitely feel like it can take a pounding or two. This seems like a very strong Chromebook, and it has rubber all around the device, so it can absorb any drops or any mistreatment that you might take it through. Big hinge, huge. Anyway, so this is where you charge your charge port. You have your USB, HDMI, headphone jack, full memory card slot. And you know what? Not sure what slot is this for, but you guys will tell me. Anyway, a battery meter, another USB, and I believe that's the lock port. Whatever it is, this is a strong Chromebook. So getting right into it, let's get into the front facer. The front facing camera, I would have to say, is pretty okay. It's your regular VGA type front facing camera, 480p. Nothing to go crazy about. It works. Your screen. The screen is actually not a bad screen. It's more of a matte screen, but it's not bad. The color representation is okay. I'm not blown away by the screen, but yet I'm not disappointed, and I wasn't expecting anything too hot with the screen when you're talking about a price of $230 for this Chromebook. So what I'm impressed by is the actual build. I think the build is actually very nice, very pleasant. So aside from the screen being adequate, I think the speakers are absolutely phenomenal. The speaker placement is what makes it. Speaker placement, it's very loud. You can hear everything. So the speakers, we're going to go into that later, but I'm pleasantly surprised by the speaker, and I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of that. Alright, so this volume is, let's see what the volume is at. Alright, that's 50%. Now this is the area of a Chromebook with a bad speaker, and look, that's about 65%, 75-80%. Look how loud that is. If you're doing a presentation,
arteries, for example,
hear how loud and how clear.
What we used to see in 45-year-olds.
2/3 of American adults are seriously overweight or obese. That's a 150% increase in just the last 30 years.
So you guys hear the sound nice and clear and crisp. It's good. Very good speakers. Maybe one of the best speakers on a Chromebook yet. This is bad. So the speakers are definitely on point. Now, we take it to the keyboard. The keyboard, no issues with the keyboard. It's a nice keyboard. The jump back is nice. It's not a mushy keyboard at all. It's a very full keyboard. The keyboard is definitely on point. I have no issues with the keyboard. Did editing video, doing all the publishing and everything like that, social networks, paying my bills, everything that I normally do with a computer. With my particular, Chromebook, my Pixel, I did it with this Dell. No problems at all. The way this feels awesome. This is a Chromebook you can use with some reckless abandon because you don't care You're not too concerned if it falls down. You're not too concerned about too much because you know it's a rock hard, sturdy Chromebook. Now, the trackpad. The trackpad feels good. The way the trackpad feels is awesome. It feels good. Now, when you come to tapping, the taps are good. So if you're the type of person that's like me and you're more of a tapper than a presser, you're gonna like this trackpad a lot. Now, if you're the type of person that like to press, if you're a presser, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like it at all. It's a little mushy. The bounce back is not totally there. But if you're a tapper, you're not gonna care. You're not gonna mind. But if you're the type of person that like to press down, you're gonna have a problem with this trackpad. So this trackpad, I'll give it a passing mark in a way, but I'm not too excited about it. Intel processor. The processor is running. It feels good. I don't feel no slowdowns. I don't feel no hesitation. It's running. So, and with the 4 gigs of RAM, that's even better. So you can have a lot of tabs open. You're not gonna have no issue with having a lot of tabs open using this particular Chromebook to get some work done. No issues at all. This is a nice Chromebook and it's durable. Alright guys, so here we have it with the battery life of the Dell Chromebook, and may I say the battery life is all hinging on the screen. How much brightness are you gonna have on your screen? Because it seems to be the darker you put the screen, some texts are more legible. The brighter you put the screen, the more of that it's not the brightness of the screen. The screen seems to be a little bit washed out. It washes out the lettering. So depending on how you're comfortable with your brightness, you know, it all depends on where you have it. I normally have it somewhere towards the middle. So when it comes to battery life, I can eke out about 7 hours, and that wasn't even on the regular. So I would say with moderate settings, you're talking about with the brightness around the middle or less than the middle, you can eke out about 7 hours, if not a little less. So on battery life, it's okay, but it's not as they stated it to be. If you want to give this as a gift, you can feel free and do that. It's a very sturdy Chromebook that you can use with some reckless abandon. You could just throw it in your bag and keep it going. Now at the bottom, it has that same feel, and these rubber feet really stays in place. And this is a really, I can't say again, I like this Chromebook. This Chromebook runs. Now for the price, is it worth it for the price? Definitely. For $230, what you're getting is definitely worth it. But if you're that type of person, you want a more crispier screen, you want a better quality webcam, which to me the webcam, you're going to pretty much get the same type of webcam on every device. You know, the question is the trackpad. Can you live with this trackpad with the pressing? Or if you're a tapper, like I said, you're okay. So pretty much this is a well-made Chromebook. No issues at all. It just works. It's worth the price. I say you can get this Chromebook and not worry. This is a nice one. So pretty much with that, guys, this is my review of the Dell Chromebook 11. This is the 2015 edition, non-touch, but you know what, we don't use touch anyway on Chromebooks, man. The speaker, if you really need a great speaker, this is the one to get. The Intel processor with 4 gigs of RAM, that's all you need. So pretty much with that, guys, this is the end of that. Dell Chromebook 11 is definitely worth the buy. We'll see you in the next one.